Hello, Chess 24 viewers. Happy International Women's Day on this beautiful Sunday in New York. I'm looking forward to a couple of hours of fun chess. So my first opponent is going to be Florencia Fernández. We're going to start the games. I just accepted. From Argentina. Yes. Oh, wait, yeah, I have to make a move, right? Yeah, that's what starts the game. I was given white. So part of the special promotion for the day is a chance to become a premium Chess24 member at a 30% discount. You could use the names of any of the players playing in the Banter Blitz today. So for example, you could do code Irina and you would get 30% off, and I would get 10% of that. A win-win for everybody. Well, too bad I renewed my Chess24 membership a few months ago. So what's going on? My move was played and don't see anything from my opponent, and the clock is not running either. So that's a little bit puzzling. Well, I could abort. We could try to restart. I guess I could do that. I don't know. Should I just do that? What's the protocol here? Was my first move just not good enough? D4, bad move. Don't even get a response. I guess I could abort this game. Maybe we can try again. Sure. You can't win them all. Yeah. So if I go to new game, oh no. How do I challenge Efefe? I think I should be able to figure this out. Challenge. And we're going to go to 3-minute plus 2-second increment. So let's try again. I sent a challenge. Maybe that'll work. Okay. Meanwhile, let's check my phone, see what's going on here. Maybe I have some. Okay. Oh, I see. We will play best of 10 today, right? Exactly. So as we're waiting for the stream to go live, I can tell you about the format. We're playing 10 games and a 3-minute plus 2-second increment. And then there is going to be a final match and also a match for third and fourth place. So, I mean, based on the players today, I guess it's possible I might play Carolina Lujan in the final. At least I hope so. We played last time in Berkeley, California, actually pretty recently in the summer. There was a women's tournament that gathered a lot of like the top women in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, that's so not so easy to make such a strong tournament. You know, only the Western Hemisphere. But we had a number of players from Cuba there and from Argentina, and it was actually quite competitive. And I drew Carolina there with black and the Sicilian. I don't know much about my opponent today. I wish there was a way we could there could be a chat, so I'm not just talking to myself, because you guys are going to get the impression that I just like to talk nonstop. Well, I guess if there we go. Thank God my opponent showed up. There we go. D4, C5. This is my little blitz repertoire, at least the line that possible to play in blitz. Never played that in classical chess, actually. I mean, of course, it's better for white, but the closed positions are interesting. And, you know, in Blitz, like the half pawn or 0.75 advantage that is given to white in these types of closed positions isn't worth that much. All right, so I think my position is kind of reasonable. My opponent let me put the pawn on f5. Okay, so what now? What's now? If I play e4, okay, the knight's probably gonna jump into g5. I don't know, should I do that? h6 looks kind of terrible. All right, let's just try it. A little bit impatient, I agree. This move, don't have any particular confidence in it. So knight g5, maybe h6. She's probably going to go knight e6. Yeah, sure. All right, queen c8, there's knight d5, which is a typical move. So I was kind of just thinking I was going to develop. Put the knight on e5 or something. Yeah. Queen c8, I still am not. Yeah, queen c8 loses a pawn. That's not good. I don't know, maybe knight e5? Okay. Can I take on d5? Not really, not ever. I mean, I guess I could. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop f6. In the worst case. I'm sure that's a totally normal move. b5 is kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Got to try to undermine that knight somehow. She could play b3. It's a solid move. Should I then take on d5? Pawn takes, and maybe like a6. It's kind of interesting. You know, I'm just going to try it. I don't know. It doesn't look terrible because actually, apart from having like that pawn on e6, black's position is not like that bad, apart from that little detail, which of course is big. Now I'm threatening some kind of knight f3, right? Sure. So she defends. Does b4 do anything? b4, bishop b2. All right, let's try this move. Question is, what's her plan going to be? b4, bishop b2, okay. Should I just go b4 and a5? I guess so. Let's try it. I mean, especially since she moved her rook away, it's kind of an obvious plan. I mean, the other idea is like some kind of g5. Ooh, okay, bishop b5. I missed that, but is that strong? I'm not sure that's so strong. It's possible. Wow, that's surprising. But I guess it's possible. It's interesting. It's surprising, though. Knight d3, bishop f6, queen f6. I mean, her bishop is a little trapped. But she was going to want to, like, put it on. Yeah, I'm not sure about my move, but all right. She's going to want to put it, like, on c6 or something. I think her position is fine. A bishop will definitely be good on c6, but my knight can come back to e5, I guess. All right, let's just do something like that. I think let's put some pieces on dark squares. And, you know, yeah, this is very interesting. So she's trying to undermine my knight. Maybe I should have, I don't know, queen here. Knight has to go back to e5 pretty soon. It's kind of clear. So the pawn is strong. Maybe I should have played queen g5. Yeah, okay. So knight's going back. Ooh, I have knight of 3 as a threat. It's kind of funny, but the exchange sack might not be so bad for her. She could consider that an exchange sack. Should I actually do that? I wonder. Oh, this move. She was that afraid of it? I don't think she should have been that afraid of it. I would have definitely rather have sacked the exchange than just lost a pawn like this. Yeah. Okay, now black is better. Yeah, so open file. Wasn't my only move, but it's pretty reasonable. Okay, she has to watch out for back rank plus d5 pawn plus queen f2. Just technical move. Okay, that pawn is pretty good. Rook d1, right? Rook d1. I don't know, queen e6 looks fine. So now my famous technique, yeah. Let's see if I have any. What does she want? I think it's time to try to play on the f-file to try to do something there. And that's my big trump, right? The f-file, yeah. Okay. If I play queen c3, she's going to take my pawn. If I play d5, she's going to take my pawn. I think maybe this is the way to go. First of all, get away with all the checks. Right. Okay, so how do I improve my position? I don't know. Let's try this move again. Because maybe my queen can go... Well, actually, here I like rook f6. Rook f6 is nice and positional. Maybe I can go queen g3, or maybe just d5. I can't imagine like d5 is too bad. Sure. Now, d4, she's going to take... Did I just like kind of mess that up? I don't know. Hopefully not too much. I want to go d4. I should just try to play d4. All right. Okay, I also blundered that. That was pretty dumb. Yeah. Okay, this is bad. The technique was horrendous. Yeah. Managed to lose all my pawns and have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. Also need a plan, don't I? That would be helpful. Not to... Did I just almost blunder the game with rook e8? That was bad. Oh, God. Terrible. Pretty funny to be having to defend this position. Yeah. After such a big advantage. Also, I feel like I'm just playing so stupidly, you know? When am I going to finally move the rook? Does that even do anything? It seems like a useless move. Queen is a very bad blockader. You know. I don't know about that h4 move that she played. Okay, beautiful, beautiful first game. Okay, well, yeah, that was a problem. My technique up, like, was that up like a pawn, 2 pawns? That was really horrendous. So got to make that better. Oh no, let's I'm supposed to rematch my opponent. How do we do that? New game. 1 second. 1 second. Challenges, maybe? I have no pending challenges. Okay. 3 minutes. All right, now I issue the challenge. So try to make that better. Of course, I was lucky to get a draw in the end. That was just already a bad position. So I think I issued the challenge. Yeah. Okay, let's see how I do with white. Okay. Uh-huh. Is it going to be a King's Indian? Okay. Cool. King's Indian. Let's try this line. It's been kind of popular lately. An unusual little line with the 2 bishops coming out instead of the knight. So the idea is black plays e5, we play d5, right? And we play like g4 and h4. And that's why we left the knight on g1. So it's kind of an aggressive line. I don't know if e5 is the best move for black. Right. So knight a6, h4, knight c5, f3. Could play h5 here. I think it's her last chance to stop that move. And now I think we just develop, right? So the bishop on g7 is quite locked in. Now, of course, we're not going to mate black anymore because all the lines on the king side are closed. But we'll try to play against that bishop, try to eventually play on the other side of the board. I guess the king, what are we going to do with the king? Are we going to castle queenside? I guess we can. Queen d2, castles queenside. Okay, this is an interesting maneuver. So what's my opponent trying to do? Or should I like take my king to g2 or something? Hard to say. Or maybe go like b3 and a3. But then she's going to go a4. She's going to go in with like knight b3 and knight d4. All right, let's try this move. I guess. Okay, well, let's just do this plan of castling queenside and see what happens. Let's not waste too much time. Knight a4. Interesting. Really? Okay. Well, what if I go knight b5? It's kind of a good square for the knight. I mean, allowing the trade of knights was probably fine too, but I mean, her knight will probably have to go back to c5 at some point. So yeah, white's going to have to play king b1, obviously, rook c1. Think about the knight on f2. And never play the move f4. Yeah, that's the main point. You never play f4 because you don't want to open up the bishop on g7. So let's say she goes in with like knight b4. Right, so she went back. You know, we kind of could predict that. And so now, how to arrange the pieces? Should I go knight d3, or that just kind of helps her? I don't know. I don't think I really need that knight. So let's try it. Right. All right. Let's say we just do that. I don't know if I was afraid of that trade, but So the question is, how am I supposed to win this position? I hope I didn't like blunder some knight b3. No, probably not, but it's an interesting move. Knight b3, pawn takes, but yeah, it wasn't quite working yet. Okay. Wow, should I go b4 or b3? Let's go b3 for now. So my position would be quite bad if that bishop opened up. So gotta make sure it doesn't. Can I try to win the a pawn? Like rook c3, maybe b4 one day. I prepare that. Queen b4 is a move as well. Something looks weird about it, but queen b4 is interesting. Queen b4, knight a3. Open up a line against my own king. Maybe. All right, so she stopped that. So she's actually letting me take on a3. Well, I think I can, right? I mean, it's just a free pawn. Pretty sure she missed that. I don't think that was like intended as a sacrifice. I mean, I can always play rook c2 to guard things. So I don't think that was planned. Sure. Okay. I don't know. I mean, the funny thing is I still have to eventually win the game on the queen side because the king side just can't really play there. Right, queen b7. So can I play the move b4? I kind of like it, but then they're going to go knight a4, right? It's knight a4. Knight a4. Bothers me a little bit. Kind of a strong position for the knight. Okay. Okay, this one I like because I think I want to go b4, knight a4, rook b3. And I like the position of my rook there. Okay. All right, let's go for it. It's not like a perfect move, but it's interesting. All right, so I could play rook a3. What would she do on that? What's her threat here? I don't know. Let's just bring the rook here just in case. I don't have so much time, so I need to hurry up a little bit. Okay. Maybe bishop d1 coming up. Maybe like that. I mean, it's like what I said in the beginning, right? It's the bishop on g7 is out of play. That's what we're playing against here. And so far, that's kind of working. So I think I can trade. I don't know if that's the best, but all right, let's just do it. Okay, so now maybe like queen b2. Keeps everything protected. I don't know about that trade. I don't know about that at all. Can't say I'm like super convinced by my own play. Sure. That move makes sense. You see my knight, like what is it really doing? What am I doing in this position? The knight is just sort of stuck and I don't know. I feel like I haven't played very convincingly, Yeah, for sure. But it's okay. Queen on b7's out of play. All right, now white is definitely very happy. Very happy, but how to win? How to break through? Still not obvious, It's amazing. Okay. A little risky opening up that side of the board, but okay. Okay. c6. Queen a5. Let's hope I got everything like together here. trade, maybe force the queen back. Okay. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Maybe pawn a6, yeah. Oh, let's go to a7. That pawn has traveled far. Okay, so I think I finally won the game. Of course, maybe I shouldn't speak so soon, given like how I play. Far from great. Okay. Queen. I thankfully have a lot of queens, right? Okay, wait. Let's not lose on time. Yeah. Let's actually put the bishop in this pretty place. I'll feel like a little more confident. Okay, wait, okay, well, whatever. Whatever. Let's just, oh, okay. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, so I need to come up with something else here. Thankfully, I will have time. Okay. Right. My technique, the worst ever. My opponent resigned. Okay, I guess she just was bored of this game, but again, like the technique was bad. Yeah. I mean, up a queen, and well, okay. I mean, I could have won more convincingly than that. But yeah, the middle gameplay. I mean, I guess the one good thing I did in this game was like moving up the a pawn. That was all I saw. That was good. All right. Well, it's close match. Let's start another game. Wait. Okay. Challenge me. There we go. So my opponent plays the King's Indian. Well, that's important to know. So I predict we will have a lot of King's Indians in this match. That's fine. Lots of lines I can try. All right, this one, I'm going to try to play a little better this time. Yeah. So now my opponent played a different pawn to e4. Okay, cool. h4. She's going to go h5? No, probably not. Probably g3. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? So she wants to trade and play bishop h3. It's pretty smart. Pretty smart. What can I offer up as a plan? Well, let's develop for now. I mean, okay. Yeah, let's castle. Right, and now I have b5. b5 is interesting. Yeah, because of the e4 pawn. Really important to get counterplay somewhere. You know, so that move comes in handy. At least I get some space on the queen side. I mean, it's not such a big deal, but you got to get something. I think black's position is okay, you know, for this line. Let's put it like that. Right, so now actually I can play like something like bishop a6, and I wonder if she's going to be happy with that or not, because, I mean, I actually think bishop a6 is going to go a3, isn't she? All right, let's go a5. But I do want to play bishop a6. So at least, okay, if she trades, yeah, she still has to spend a tempo developing her knight. Okay. Aggressive. Is g5 a threat? Not yet. She wants to go like h5 and stuff. Okay. Well, let's go knight a6, maybe c5, c4. Interesting. I mean, she's not that well developed, you know. That's one thing I notice. So can she get an attack going from like a not very well developed position? I think no. I mean, I'm definitely feeling okay here for now. Starts to look a little bit like a Sicilian, right? I might even play f5 like in a Sicilian Najdorf. Okay, right. So I could go bishop d8 with like some positional idea, but I'm pretty sure, okay, f5, she takes, f5, she takes, I take with a knight. Why did I just open up that? Yeah, it's not exactly like a Sicilian Najdorf. It doesn't really make that much sense. All right, I don't think I need this bishop, right? It's not a very good piece. At least my pawns are kind of extended on the queen side. Ooh, interesting. That is interesting. Yeah. You know what? You've convinced me. I'm going to try to stop you from going knight f5. But I'm a little worried. Yeah. Yeah, that's the move I was worried about. And I think I might be getting mated. Sacks her bishop and takes on g6. And unfortunately, my knight is standing on d7, and I just don't have time to play rook a7. That was the problem. So she wants to take on g6. Next move. What can I possibly do against that? Very hard to do something against that. I don't know. Let's take and think. Although it could be just mate. There's no real point in going like bishop f2 or d2. Bishop f2. They can take queen c5, king e2. Okay. Knight f6 here. Pawn takes an h6. It's a little crazy. I'm sure that's not a great defense. Yeah. All right, well, let's just do it. I mean, no beggars can't be choosers. Of course, it's losing, but like completely and utterly losing. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll play a different opening next time. Yeah, and just knight h6, right? Oh, a fork. That was pretty good too. All right. Let's resign this one and play another one. All right. Okay. Wait. Okay. d4. So it's 1.5 1.5. Pretty close match. Knight of 3. Ah, she's going to go and play King's Indian, isn't she? She wants me to put my knight in f3, right? That's fine. And I've also played plenty of King's Indians with my knight in f3. Oh, this line. You know, I don't actually really know this, so I'm just going to do something like, I don't know, make some sense, right? Try to play e4. I think knight h4 is the main move, right? You get the bishop to move and then you play e4. This move is probably not like that impressive for some reason. Sure, I don't know, d5, but you know, if I get to play e4, then it's normal. I can't really complain. Yeah, knight on d2 is fine. Let's get castled. I think I'm basically like I have an extra tempo. I mean, provided that like knight d2 is a useful move. So she's gonna go like a5 here. a5. I can't play a3, so maybe b3. Yeah, I think we'll just go for that idea. a5, b3, knight a6, rook b1, knight c5, a3. Okay, interesting. So she's leaving her knight there, and she wants to play for f5. Well, it's interesting. All right, let's go rook b1, because we sort of need to be able to play b4. I mean, it's a little unusual to leave the knight on b8 like that. On f5, I mean, I could take pawn takes, and f4, pawn takes. I mean, her development is really not optimal. It's not. It's kind of interesting to do that, but I don't really believe in this attack. You know, with the knight on b8. I mean, she's kind of. It seems like she's down a lot of tempos. Knight is on b8, bishop position on d7, not so clear, and I mean, I didn't really lose much time. Like, okay, I have to play b4, but compared to like the b4 line, like what real time did I lose? I mean, the rook on b1 maybe, but all right, we'll see. What's that plan? Well, the knight goes to c4, and how do we destroy the black king side here? There's some way to do that, right? Okay, so my opponent clearly wants like, what does she clearly want? It's not clear. Not so clear. Knight a5 goes into like right into b6. Takes doesn't really do anything. Okay, here's the plan. I think I remembered the plan. It's like with bishop a3 and b5. There we go. So she wants to go queen g6, rook f2, let's say queen h5. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's try this move. Queen g6, h3, and then bishop f1. And try to bank on the fact that it's like we slowed black down enough. I mean, she could sack her bishop, but I don't think it's quite enough. So yeah, I mean, I think objectively, I must have a pretty decent position. I mean, given like that black's queen side is completely undeveloped, she can't even really move her knight from f6 to f6, you know, because the d6 pawn hangs. Okay, so we basically, that was the idea. I mean, she might get desperate and go with like some knight f6. Pawn takes, knight d6, and like g4, and just kind of like all in like that, and pawn takes and knight takes g4. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, you know? Okay, so you didn't. quite go crazy like that. All right, let's play the bishop to a3. I know, an unfortunate positional, slow positional move, but you know, I think we had to guard the c pawn, and I mean, there wasn't that much else to do. What does queen h4 do? Don't know. c6 is interesting. Pawn takes, bishop e6. I mean, her knight is really bad. And the knight could go to d5, but still, I don't know if that's the best. Pawn takes on... I don't know. All right, I'm just going to do it, but I kind of feel like maybe I had something stronger. Yeah. I mean, I'm still playing against the knight. And I guess I want to go something like knight e7, maybe knight f5 even. Yeah, no, this is a reasonable positional decision. Okay, there we go. Well, knight e7 as we're speaking. That was nice. Okay. So now if I want that knight, I could move my knight somewhere. But I really don't want that knight that badly. Not that badly. Actually, I just want to put that knight on b8. Wow. All right. Well, let's take it. Can't be that bad for me to take it. Right? How bad can this be? It's a whole knight, after all. Okay. So my opponent wants to take on h3. This move was important. Okay, why did I give away that pawn? I was so dumb. Okay, well, that was exciting. Yeah, well, King's Indian is not an opening that I don't, it's not an opening that I mind playing against, yes. Now, we said we're going to try something new. Let's go completely other direction, something more solid. E5, is that knight c3, was that a move? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so I think black is in some kind of normal version of these isolated pawn positions, but we'll see. Yeah, knight f3 What am I supposed to do on knight f3? I could play rook e8. I could play h6. I could play a6. Let's go h6 too, and maybe bishop f5. Yeah, bishop f5 and a6 is an interesting move. Then maybe queen d7. Yeah, black seems pretty solid. Yeah, my knight wasn't really trying to go to b4. Queen d7 seems okay. I mean, am I threatening to take on h3? I actually think I might. It's an interesting sacrifice. Okay, wow. My opponent is provoking me. Well, let's do it because it's fun, right? I haven't sacrificed anything in this match so far. So now I want to go like knight g4. It's typical stuff. Also, I mean, I could try to play rook e8. But that, I mean, rook takes e3 is not really a threat, so maybe not. Yeah, so I guess knight g4 with the idea of bishop h2. And then force the king to h1, look for some kind of discovery, something like that. But rook a8 is also like definitely a helpful attacking move. It's also good that it's costing my opponent like some time to think here. Yeah, and rook e1 with the idea of bishop f1. Rook e1, knight g4, bishop f1, bishop h2, king h1. You know, the bishop on e3 stops that from being mate on f2, which is annoying. e1 was possible. This is interesting too. But I think I'm winning a piece by force. Check on g4, king h1. So I trade, check on g4, king h1, and queen h5. That's cool. There we go. It's actually nice when you can see something by force. That's good for you. That's why we got to look at checks and captures. And her move was interesting, but it wasn't working. So now we're up 2 pawns. The white king is open. So I guess the sacrifice worked out well. But now it's technique time, right? So that's the worrisome part. Okay, so she wants to go king f1. Yeah. So I just go f5 and like f4. You know what? I think I actually will. I think I'm going to think about her idea and I'm going to block that bishop and also kind of open up my rook. Not so silly. I mean, my bishop on d6 gets a little blocked, but that's okay. Right. Okay. Now I can also take another pawn, but that opens up her queen. I'm sure she's going to be thrilled. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. We really don't need that pawn that much. We just need to mobilize all the pieces. And yeah, she can't really move very much, yeah. Rook e3, pawn takes, pawn takes. It's kind of nice, kind of fancy. What, can I do that? Rook e3, pawn takes, queen e2, rook f3, king e1. I mean, I can do it, but it's a little much. Yeah. So my knight on c6, how do I make him better? All right, rook f6 seems like a good move because every time I can try to give a check, maybe play. So now she patched that up. Okay, let's go for it. So either it's going to work or I'm just really crazy. But it does have the element of surprise, and I think it's going to work. Yep. Okay, so queen comes in. It's a big attack. Bishop is going to finish the job. All right. Yeah, that idea that I mentioned a little while ago, it kind of actually, came in handy. All right, guys, we'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, let's get back to it. Rematch. So how many games we played? Like 5? Yeah, 5 games. Yeah, Queen's Gambit accepted worked out. Actually, much better. I mean, okay, this was one of the more convincing games I had in this match, and it was, kind of nice. I went to an opening that I've played since my childhood. Oh, another black game. Wait, what is this? This is 5 minutes. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, what is this? This is like totally different. How do I board this game? What to do. I can't abort it. We can't, I don't know. All right, let's just play. Maybe someone else can tell me, but maybe someone else can figure it out. Actually, we're still back in the Queen's Gambit accepted. Gave up a little bit of time. Trying to figure out what's going on. Because this one, I think we're just playing without any increment or something. Okay, this is a theoretical position. On rook d1, I can play knight d5, or I can play knight b4. Bishop g5, bishop d7. She can play d5 here, but it's some long line where I think in the end there's an equalizing trick that black has. Okay, she didn't play that, so it's not going to be a forcing line. Okay. So what about knight d5? Is that possible? I don't know. Let's try it. There's a lot of options here. Yeah, that was... So knight takes is a move. Yeah, okay. Queen takes is also a move. Knight takes d5. Bishop takes. Queen takes is also a move, isn't it? Okay. I don't think I'm hanging anything tactically. It just holds together, knight takes c6, b takes c6, you know, and knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, and like my knight holds the d5 pawn, so there's no losing a pawn due to the pin on the e file. So we traded off a pair of pieces, which tends to favor black. Now, is she going to play a5? Is she going to think of that? Positional move, fix the a6 pawn as a weakness. Okay, she didn't, and I think that was probably a little bit of a missed opportunity because black definitely happy to play a5. All right, so how do we proceed from this position, and what do we think is going on here in general? I think black is doing all right. Their knights have outposts, so now, I mean, obviously white also has a nice outpost on c5. And I think the plan is going like knight of 6 and rook d6 and rook d8. I mean, I can't really do much on the b file, right? Because like my knight's blocking it. So my knight would have to like, where would he move? Doesn't have anywhere to go. So see, she kind of like gives me this move with tempo, which I'm happy. Because see, I was thinking about doing that anyway. Right, and now like rook d6, but rook d6, there's knight e4. Yeah, and also she wants to go rook c3. No, she doesn't. She doesn't want to go rook c3. Huh. Because of queen c5. Should I play rook b8? Just kind of bother her? Then rook d6, knight e4, and I'm genuinely just cannot take. So annoying. All right, let's try h6. I mean, there's a chance she could play. No, of course she didn't fall for that. Yeah. But now actually I have rook d6. Because a knight e4, I have rook d4. All right, so let's try that. That's actually important. So I need some counterplay against the d4 pawn quickly. So knight e4, rook d4, knight f6, queen f6 protects the rook. All right, so what is she thinking? I'm kind of curious. I don't see it. What's the tactic that she's counting on here? Because that's a really important pawn, because it's not just the pawn, it's like, it's the open file, it's the activity of the rook. So now she kind of has to trade. I mean, I don't know. What else can she do? Queen h5. Yeah, but see, this endgame I'm like very, very comfortable in. I mean, the fact that the pawn is on a5 is just such a huge positional asset, you know, and the knight has an outpost on b4 and he covers c6. So, I mean, okay, if I go rook d2, she's going to play with b3. So I guess the next step is to improve the king. Still quite a bit of work to win. Sure. Yeah, so she lets me know that that's maybe f5. It's an interesting move. I mean, I'm trying to keep her bishop restricted. I think this is an interesting move. I could also go h5, h4. Don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, let's try that. So, oh, okay. Oh no, this is not good. Missing your opponent's ideas is not good. That's why she played this, huh? That was kind of pathetic of me to miss that. All right, now I have to think. I'm going to get out of this situation. And I could go c5, but she still plays rook e5. That was really, really bad. Yeah. Oh, actually, rook e5, I have knight d5. Oh, God, what am I worried about? Panicking. Rook e5, there's just knight d5, yeah. No problem. But still, I missed that idea. I should have seen it. You got to see your opponent's ideas. So also I have rook e4 as a funny move. Like, I don't know, could try to like go in. Yeah, well, she's not letting me do that. So let's go h4. Right, so I don't want to watch out for that rook ends game and seeing her rook come to c5. It's cool. We will just put the knight back here. So now we're also probably, okay. So she wants the bishop to what? To take the pawn? Yeah, interesting, right? Okay. Well, it's not the strongest pawn in the world. Or did I miss rook c5 again? God, I really should actually think about things here a little better. Okay, if knight takes, it's most, I actually feel like I spoiled a large part of my advantage. This was quite bad. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely not good. So I should have just played king e7? Yeah, maybe I should. Now, what's my knight doing? Literally nothing. So my play has not been great, guys. Don't love it. Well, she wants to go rook a8, doesn't she? Yeah. All right. I don't know. Let's see if we make a few random attempts. Oh, she lost on time. Oh, okay. Well, I think we need to rematch with the right time control. That was, I don't know if I made. Oh no, rematch. No. We try another 5-minute game. Oh God, it's the rematch thing that now makes it wrong. Okay. Abort. Yeah, we're gonna abort that. We're actually going to do the right offer of challenge me, and we're gonna put it to 3 minutes. There we go. So that's what we're supposed to be playing. So what about that game? Yeah, I mean, okay, it was better, but maybe at the end it was actually getting kind of close to a draw. Wasn't super clear. So my opponent seems to have liked that line. Let's try it again. Bishop f5. No. Okay, classical King's Indian. Okay, this is all like still theory. Right. So I mean, I gotta put the rook here. And what happens on g4? I'm not supposed to have my knight on d3. That was it. Maybe I should have started with rook c1. g4 is actually possible here. Yeah, she didn't play it, but I think maybe she could have. So knight b5. She would just play a6. Pawn takes. So this is where we gotta, I think, do this plan. Because we can't let that knight get shut in on a3 after a6 b5. It's interesting, guys. Like, I haven't done that much Banter Blitz, so I have no idea if I'm coherent at all. It's just like a stream of consciousness because you have to focus on your game. I mean, in the 3-minute game, I'm definitely not such a Blitz expert that I could like think and talk so easily. So I prefer to just do the playing, and then whatever sort of I say That's what I say. So now let's take that pawn. Can I? Can I take the pawn? Rook a7. Yeah, I think I can. She's going to go bishop d7, and here we play queen b3, I believe, is the move. Type of move. So we're actually threatening some kind of bishop b6s, and we can get out of the way of like g3. Well, you know, I'm assuming she's going to play g4 somewhere. So do I want to take on b7? I'm not really sure. No, I don't know that. I'm not really playing queen b3 necessarily for that. So she's threatening my knight. My knight's got to move. I don't love the move queen b8 because actually it's getting farther from the king side. So now maybe bishop b6 and knight c7 threaten to get in. Yeah, we definitely want to move away. Not interested in being there for the pawn sack with g3. She could go rook a6, but then I have a5. Yeah. All right, so this is another better position for white. Yeah, like this is King's Indian is an opening I definitely have spent a lot of time on in my life. So not so much. I mean, okay, of course I remember some theory, but just like in terms on the idea level. Let's make sure I don't allow some kind of sack on h3. I mean, see, that's what I said about the queen being far. Kind of a good thing. Otherwise, bishop takes h3 would happen here. Right, so she's going to try. She's going to try to bring in the knight, h4. And what if I try to double, like, or maybe even rook c3, knight h4, rook f1. I mean, she doesn't have the sack yet, and then I might have time for like, all right, I'm going to go for that approach. I'm going to try to just put the bishop in f1. I mean, there might be other things I could do, like, yeah, knight c7 actually maybe didn't have much points because then her queen gets the e8 square. So I think we're just going to go a little more prophylactic here. Build up the position, make the pieces better. Okay. Yeah, we mentioned that move before. There's a5. So I think that's a really important resource, isn't it? You can't really sack the exchange. I mean, it doesn't give anything in particular. Okay. Okay, that's the idea. Ah, interesting. So now queen b6 is a threat. All right, well, I definitely can't allow that. So, wow. Bishop h3, pawn takes. Okay, still assume it's not working quite yet. Okay. What does she want? She wants knight h4, knight g2, king g2, queen h4. No, there's rook h1. Also, I can play knight e6 and I can just block. That's really the simplest, isn't it? That's always the dream of the white player, is to block. Okay, so what are my opponent's threats? There are no threats, right? So that means double rooks. That way I can always play bishop f1 if need be. Yeah, white's winning here. Aha. Well, maybe I should have played rook c7, but I probably still can. Should I go knight e1, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, and just bishop c4? I don't know. That's a little weird. You can take on g7. I really don't want to do that. What do I want to play? Knight takes e6, rook takes d7, knight d4. Okay, I'm looking at rook c7 here. Knight takes f8. Knight takes f8 is actually kind of interesting. I mean, the knight on g7 is not very good. You know, I'm just going to do it. Let's do it. Yeah, rook c7. Let's hope that bishop h3 is not some kind of, you know, a mate. Okay. If I lose this game, I have to say it would just be stupidity and nothing more. Okay, what's the point of this? What threat does that make? I don't really see a threat, which is kind of good. Rook takes b7 is a pretty good move. I mean, even her queen comes into g3. There's always like knight f2. Yeah, so I don't really see the problem, to be honest. I mean, her knight's trapped, and plus rook takes g7 is a really big threat. Okay, so I missed that. too bad. Still no real problem. No real problem, but I just feel like I really should just play better, shouldn't I? All right. Okay. She can't really move anything. Rook b8's a threat. Yeah, there's nothing here for black, right? She can't move anything. Rook e7's a threat. b8's a threat. I think I'll go rook e7. No. Yeah, let's trade. Let's bring the queen to c3. Mate in 1 is a good threat. All right, let's bring that in. Let's do that. Oh, okay. She still can't play knight f3. Good news. All right, and now the simplest is this, and we're going to promote the b pawn. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all right. I mean, it's clean enough. Okay. So we've played 7 games. 3 more left. Oh. Do we play, actually? Do we play 10 games? Just gonna make sure. Let me just see. Oh, okay. Move your head a bit. Yeah, we can't see you. Look at the cameras. A lot of instructions I should have paid attention to. Can you see me guys now? Okay. Oh, okay. So the match is over. Good. Thank you to my opponents. I think that was a really fighting match, Florencia, and definitely always interesting to play against the King's Indian. I think I definitely didn't start out very convincing, but the last couple of games were a bit better. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we're going to be playing one more match. I don't even know who won that match.